Hey guys, how's it going? How's Hey guys, how's it going? It's your boy M.K.S. Hope everyone's well. Back here with another video, part three of my list of my plans for today, roughly. I say hope everyone's doing well. I did say last night, sort of early in the morning, that I thought I'd do something different and make the video before I go to sleep. So trying to plan for the next day and see how it goes and sort of experiment. But it might have backfired, I suppose, because I was knackered this morning. But I don't know what I would have been anyway. But never mind. It's something I tried. So I hope I can make the world a better place through my plans. That's the plan. That's one of the main plans. I know I mainly want to help people in Asia, but really all across the world, homeless people, disabled people, and just generally disadvantaged people. Sorry. So I got up about 10:30. I had to push myself out of bed because I kept going back to sleep and setting off my alarm and all that sort of stuff. So not the best, but never mind. And I hope to make this video quite quick because I need to take the dog for a walk as well. So anyway, I hope I can spread some positive vibes and things like that. I'll certainly do my best. And unfortunately, the weather's going a bit. It's not as good as it was. Like we had some beautiful blue skies, so I did try and make the most of it, and I think I did. I did go for walks, fairly long walks, and all that once or twice in the countryside. So, once in the countryside. But anyway, so sorry, I'm waffling. I'll try and get on with the list. I don't want the video to be too long, as I say. So, for those who have stumbled across this video, I normally do 3-part videos, part 1, 2, and 3, obviously, and they normally come in 10 list of 10 ideas each. I've been thinking of these ideas, so I hope I won't stutter or stumble too much on the list. I know I talked about being miscellaneous and random for Mondays and all that sort of stuff, but I have sort of planned it, so I try not to stutter. But anyway, so on to the list. Number 21. I hope God will bless everyone, all people and all living things. Even obviously that'd be God's choice, but that'd be like one of my prayers. So I thought I'd start with. As I talked about, I want to try and make the list different if I can. Sorry if I repeat any of the points, but anyway, so I hope God will bless everyone, all living things, all people and all living things. Was point 21. 22. I hope to look how to support Asia into the future, like I talked about, celebrating Asian movies and music and all sorts of things about Asia. And producers, directors, actors, actresses, and all sorts of people involved in the movie industry in Asia, and maybe like even a pan-Asian movie industry, like where Chinese, Japanese, Indians, and all different Asians can work together on making movies together. 23. I hope to fundraise for all possible projects in Asia. Like I've talked about supporting people from slums, orphanages, disadvantaged people, the biggest slums, or just generally slums and disadvantaged groups all over Asia, and some of the poorest people, and also medical aid. I know I talked before a little bit about how here in the UK we have like the NHS, and how I think it'd be a great system if people voluntarily, instead of like through taxes, but voluntarily chose to support Asia, and sorry to put my collars up, supported Asia to have like healthcare for the poorest people and most vulnerable people. So like people, as I say, voluntarily rather than through tax, chose to give money towards organisations that hopefully maybe check those organisations really do a good job and trying to ensure that everyone gets healthcare, and also fundraising to help people get food and drinks and things they need to survive, and also to get by, and or even things like having a meal so that when they go to get educated, when they go to study or things like that, obviously poorer students, it's really difficult, and just generally like to help them out of that situation so that they can become financially empowered and things like that. So I hope to do as much fundraising as possible, and also hopefully make sure the charity money somehow reaches those who really need it and really does, Godspeed, empower, if God wills it, empower the poorest people in Asia, especially. 24. Again, I talked before about Pan-Asianism, so I hope to have as many Pan-Asian networks and groups as possible, like in different areas, like I say, movies, music, and all sorts of different areas, celebrating all things about Asia Asian pride and Asians coming together, working together, motivating each other and working together, like a Pan-Asian network for people with neurodiversity, like from neurodiverse backgrounds such as people with autism, excuse me, dyslexia, ADHD, and so forth, and just generally supporting and encouraging each other and ending some of those divisions. And also, I'd love to have, like in the future, obviously, when coronavirus is hopefully over with, have like street interviews about what people think about democracy and all sorts of questions like that, and anti-imperial views in Asia. I didn't quite get around to sharing the YouTube videos of like people who are pro reparations, like Shashi Tharoor from India, and people like that, and all sorts of videos about reparations and why the argument for reparations. I didn't quite get around to that yesterday because I had so many plans, and I didn't motivate. I didn't manage my time well enough to do so, to be honest. So I'm hoping to do that A.S.A.P. Yeah, so 25, as I said before, about specifically supporting republics, and Asia to host Republican events, inviting republics from around the world to go to parts of Asia like India and China and talk about republicanism. When I say republicanism or republics, I generally don't mean the American version of republics, like of republicanism, like the political party. I mean republics around the world, which are governed by, like, not monarchies but republics. And though I'm from the UK, born and bred, I'm not really that patriotic. So I prefer republics and things like that. I'm an anti-imperialist, so that's why I support countries in Asia and Africa and all that at the moment. I'm focusing on Asia. 26, I hope to support all parts of Asia, but as I hope to have specific projects, like for instance Iraq, Vietnam, and countries like that, like talking about excuse me, sorry about that. Supporting countries like Iraq. Like, I'd love to have some groups to come together and roughly estimate how much their economy would have been worth had it not been invaded, how much their oil would have been worth in today's money, how much they've lost out, all the buildings that were destroyed, the families that have been killed or tortured, or negative things that have happened in Iraq as a result of the invasion. And like, if we could roughly estimate an agreed amount, which would say this is how much Iraq's economy would have been worth, and this is how much damage has been done, and also reparate people who have lost loved ones and things like that. So I'd love to find a figure that we could say that's how much money we should raise for Iraq, and find a way, like through YouTube videos and writing and all sorts of things, to help Iraqi writers, movie producers, and all sorts, and like invest in them and build buildings in Iraq, which will hopefully empower them in the future. So this will make up for the fact that we're invaded. And similar with Vietnam and India, is probably one of the biggest ones as well. Like, people say India had trillions looted from them by countries like the UK. So I think that would be just. Anyone who supports justice, and especially my fellow mixed race people, I hopefully will encourage, especially part Asian people and people who are mixed race, generally people of colour, and also, as I say, anyone who supports justice, I'd love to be part, like, say that that's a good idea. And that's like, if people think about, if your house, heaven forbid, was attacked or destroyed, or your family was kidnapped or things like that, I'm sure you'd want justice as well. So people slag off social justice warriors, and I suppose sometimes they use the term sarcastically, but because who doesn't really want justice at some point, or in some way at least? If your family was attacked, I'm sure you'd want justice as well, or if you're a victim of crime generally. So I'd love to reparate Iraq, Vietnam, India, and all over Asia, as I say. As I talked before about, there's things about China that I disagree with, but I still think for things like the Opium Wars, having their land taken away, prejudices they've faced, and things like that, I'd love to reparate even China, really all of Asia, or all the countries that are colonized, which is probably all of Asia, and find out about their independence days and Asian opinions on colonization. And although you could say Asian countries like China had an empire as well, so, but I'd still love to reparate them and all that sort of stuff at the moment, because I wish to support Asia, as I say, but especially probably India, Vietnam, and Iraq are probably three of the main ones, I suppose, and Malaysia, Indonesia, Singapore, countries like that. Anyway, 27. I had a point, but I forgot what I was going to say for point 27. But yeah, I wouldn't say who I think God should bless or reward. I know I talked a bit about controversial idea who I think God should punish or even curse. Curse might be a bit of a strong word, but I hope it's a more positive that who I think God should reward or bless, whichever order you want to put in, or what sort of things I think God should reward or bless people for. 28. Again, I hope to turn negative situations like the coronavirus into a positive one, bringing Asians together and building bridges and helping them to network together. 29. I had an idea a while back, which I've sort of shelved in a way. I don't know if I've given up on it, but I've sort of, my goals have changed over time. But it's a controversial idea. I called it. I had a really long title for it, or lots of nicknames for it, but like M.K.S being my initials. I thought like M.K.S, the M.K.S is united, or M.K.S is network or cooperative or brainstorm or group or whatever you want to call it, which it would be a group of people with things in common with me that would work together. Since I want to do a lot of my philanthropic stuff, I sort of shelved that idea. So I'm not sure if I'm going to go back to it or not. But like people with olive skin, or like either like people from Eurasian, transcontinental, Middle Eastern or Mediterranean nations, like, or of that descent, and mixed race and learning disabled people. So that was quite a controversial idea I had, but I sort of shelved it to an extent. I don't know if I'll go back to it or not, but yeah, I'd love for mixed race people to support Asia, as I said before, and also talk about part Asians. And I know I mentioned in one of my last videos, I'm not sure if it's part 1 or part 2, about men's rights and how people say it's a man's world and things like that, but how like if mixed race people are treated like women, if our males were treated like women, I think we shouldn't be. I don't think we should complain about that. I think that would be a good thing. So I think there's a lot of privileges females have. I'm not sure if I should say that, but no, that one of those things I probably shouldn't have said. But anyway, I digress, as I say, whatever that means. 30. I hope to hear from your views as ever, and I think it's probably about time I walk the dog. So I hope this video wasn't too long. If you made it this far, I really appreciate it. Any likes? I was really pleasantly surprised some of my previous videos got likes, so thanks so much for people who like the videos and who support my work, if you can call it work, or my efforts to help other people. So I really appreciate it. Peace and love. Have a great day.